Now we all know resources are extremely important for human existence, but they are used in a careless way, recklessly, indiscriminately. When this happens, what could be the outcome? What could be the consequences? First is depletion, that is the resources start getting over, and it is to satisfy the greed of a few individuals. Second is when your resources are accumulated in few hands, then society gets divided into rich and poor, haves and have-nots. Then when your resources are used indiscriminately, without a thought, very carelessly, it could lead to a global ecological crisis. Your entire world is affected. How? One is global warming, second is ozone layer depletion, third is environmental pollution, and fourth is land degradation. So the consequences when resources are used recklessly is depletion leads to this, is due to this, accumulation leads to the society getting divided, indiscriminate exploitation, globally there's a crisis ecologically in the world. It could be global warming, it could be ozone layer depletion, environmental pollution or land degradation. Now we come to some specific. Why does our country India need resource planning? So first of all, if you want to use your resources very carefully rather than recklessly or carelessly, the method, the strategy used is planning. So if you plan, you can use your resources in a very proper, balanced way. Now India has a huge diversity in whatever resources are available. We take 3 regions. Some regions are rich in certain types of resources, but deficient, they lack other types of resources. Some are self-sufficient, they have enough of whatever they have. Third is acute shortage of resources. So some have certain but lack in others. Some are self-sufficient. Third is they really have an acute shortage. Now we come to examples. Minerals and coal deposits, so very vital for industries. So minerals and coal deposits available in Jharkhand, Orissa, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. Come to your northeast, Arunachal Pradesh. Abundance, lots of water resources. We know Brahmaputra flows through Arunachal. They have ample of water resources. Again, it's a place where there's a lot of rainfall, but lacks infrastructure development, lacks factories, industries, maybe roads, maybe bridges. That is infrastructure. Rajasthan, solar energy, wind energy, but lacks a vital resource, that is water. We all know it's a desert. Come to Ladakh, very rich in cultural heritage. You have Buddhist monasteries over there. Culturally, they are very, very rich. But what do they lack? Water, infrastructure, and some vital minerals. So you see, regions have resources, some are self-sufficient, some really lack in resources. So what do? You need a balanced resource planning, right from the top to the bottom. That is the national level, state level, regional level, and the local level. So resource planning is of great importance to India, because though we have a lot of resources, they are not uniformly distributed. We keep saying that resource planning is very, very important so that we use our resources in a proper way. For we know resources are not finite, all of them are not renewable. But to do resource planning is not easy, it is a complex process. And there are 3 steps. First is identification and inventory of resources which are available across the country. You identify which resource you have. Inventory is like making a list. You make a list in the layman's language. So you may identify and make an inventory of the resources which are available. Then what is involved in this? Surveying. Survey the place. Inspect the place where it's available. Mapping. We know coal is available in Jharkhand. We can't go around mining and digging every part. So you have to map it out. Where exactly is it available? So surveying, mapping. Qualitative. That is, what is the quality of the resource available? Is it mediocre? Is it superior? What quality is it? Then is quantitative. That is the quantity available. More, less, how much is available. So that is the first thing. You identify and make an inventory. Involves surveying, mapping, qualitative, quantitative, estimation and measurement of the resources which are there. Second step is evolve a planning structure. Have a plan. What should that plan involve? The right technology, the right skill, and the right institutions. Like if you just say you are planning to later on, say, go for science as your core subject. So you need the right technology. You would need the right, maybe the right laptop, the right computers, whatsoever. So that is technology. Then you need the right skill. Go to the right mentors, go to the right academicians who could properly guide you in this science stream. Institutions, go to the right schools or colleges so that what is your plan, you can implement it. So that is evolving a planning structure. You have it, but it should have these three basic elements: technology, skill and institutions. If these three are there, you can implement your plan. Third is matching the resource development plan. Whatever is the plan to develop the resource, see that it is linked, it synchronizes with the overall national development plan. So maybe the grassroots resource development plan has to be linked, has to synchronize, has to coordinate with what is the country's development plan. So these are your 3 steps for resource planning.